Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing my Sunday cleaning routine. So we are generally early risers. We'll be up by about 7 AM on a Sunday, and this is when I start the first task of the day, which is washing the bedding. I've got used to starting this task early because we only have one set of bedding, so it has to be washed and dried all in one day so I can put it back on the bed before we go to bed that evening. So I'll strip off the pillow covers, the duvet cover and the fitted sheet, then along with any other white laundry, that can all go into the utility room to be washed. I use e-cover non-bio detergent, and then instead of fabric softener, I've been using white vinegar. This keeps fabric soft, white, reduces static, and unlike fabric softeners, it doesn't clog up the washing machine or have a strong artificial scent. Once the load is in, I can start the cycle, which I adjust to 30 degrees with an 800 spin. This Sunday was a more relaxed Sunday with no afternoon plans other than watching the Wimbledon men's final here at home, so we could relax a little bit and have a slower morning as we didn't need to start the main bulk of the cleaning right away. When the bedding cycle is done, I load up my laundry basket, grab the pegs and then hang everything on the rotary area in the garden. In the summer months, I always prefer to line dry laundry rather than using the tumble dryer, as we have a heat pump tumble dryer, so air drying in summer is actually much faster. Back in the bedroom, I always open the window wide to allow some fresh air in. We have a net which I added last week so that we don't get any bees wandering in by mistake. On top of our mattress, we have a thick down-filled mattress topper. It's literally like sleeping on a cloud, and this gets fluffed every morning when I make the bed, but on a Sunday, it gets a major fluffing. I usually give it a good shake out on both sides before Simon comes and helps me turn the mattress, which we usually do every other Sunday. I'll then leave the topper as it is so that it can rest and air out, and we can crack on with the rest of the cleaning. We have two vacuums, a Henry who lives under the stairs, so I call him Harry, and we recently bought a new Shark cordless vacuum on Prime Day to replace our Dyson, which sadly came to the end of its life after many years. Simon starts with Harry and a small brush attachment and uses this to remove dust from any surfaces, so skirting boards, window and door trims, shelves, chairs, you name it, it gets vacuumed. After almost 2 years of pretty much non-stop renovating, we have dust settling constantly. So rather than moving the dust around, we try and eradicate as much of it as possible. Simon always has a head start with this task because once he's finished the first room, the kitchen and the TV area, he then moves on to the next and I follow behind him. So right now I'm going to start cleaning the kitchen. I usually start by wiping down the unit doors and drawers. As you may have seen in our renovation videos, we had our existing kitchen wrapped. And one of the main reasons for us doing this was because the units were grey gloss and they showed up every single fingerprint. Now, these are handleless kitchen units, so it is absolutely impossible not to touch the surfaces when opening the doors, and the grey gloss looked awful and needed cleaning and buffing every single time we touched a door or drawer. So we opted for this matte black wood effect vinyl, which has been absolutely life-changing. Now, despite the fact that I clean the exteriors every Sunday, they don't actually appear dirty and fingerprints are never to be seen. So I would highly recommend, if you're considering it, a textured wrap like this. So to clean the doors and drawers, I use Method antibacterial spray and a microfiber cloth. You should always avoid harsh chemicals like bleach on vinyl wrap. For the worktops, which are made of quartz, I use this Method marble and granite cleaning spray and another microfiber cloth. Now, like many people, I love Method products because they smell amazing and they have large refills, which means we don't have to keep buying those individual spray bottles all the time. And this marble spray doesn't leave any streaks and won't damage the quartz. Now onto the glass. Again, I'm using another Method product. I promise this is not sponsored. I do just really love their products. And this is their Mint Glass Cleaner. So with a fresh microfiber cloth, I'll use this to clean the hob and in-counter extractor fan, which we do clean after every use, but I really buff it up when I clean this on a Sunday. I then do the microwave and oven doors. The microwave in particular shows up fingerprints really easily as it's a touch control, but I do usually give it a quick buff with a cloth after every use just to keep on top of it. We have a glass panel on our fridge, which I also do, along with the glass doors on our IKEA hack cabinets either side. Now I go back to my Method antibacterial spray and cloth and use those to give the bar stools a wipe down and any other surfaces like the long shelf above the sink, the coffee table in the TV area, the built-in shelves, etc. Then using our new Shark cordless vacuum, which came with a pet tool, I'll strip the sofa and give it a good once over. This is an IKEA 3-seater Kivik sofa, which we extended earlier on this year with a chaise section, so it filled up more of the space. Now the beauty of most IKEA sofas is that they have fully removable covers which are washable. So not just the seat and back cushions, but the armrests and the main body of the sofa. All of those covers can be removed and put in the washing machine. This is a huge bonus for us having 4 dogs, which are always on the sofa. We have a window cleaner who comes to clean the outside of all of our windows and doors, so we just do the insides. These bifolds are either fully open or part open when we're at home during the summer months, and because we're surrounded by farmland, insects do come in and leave little marks on the glass, whether it be pollen or poo. So I'll clean these with a fresh microfiber cloth and the Method glass cleaner. We do have a karcher, but I don't use that every week. Once the bifolds are done, I'll move on to the glass doors with the same cleaner. We have a lot of glass in and on this house. Our windows are very, very large 60s windows. We have 2 sets of bifolding doors, and we chose to install a lot of glass panel internal doors, a decision that I think we may not have made if we weren't so fond of cleaning, because it is a lot of upkeep. By the time I've finished doing my usual bits in the TV area and the kitchen, Simon will be a couple of rooms in front of me, still using Harry to vacuum up the dust on any surfaces. So next I'll move on to the downstairs toilet, which was only recently renovated, and if you're interested you can see that video over on the home playlist on my channel. So in here the mirror gets a clean with the Method glass cleaner and the toilet is cleaned with the antibacterial spray. Our little basin is made of marble, so I use the Method marble and granite spray to give that a buff up. However, mild soapy water works equally as well on marble, just always make sure that you dry it thoroughly to avoid any dried water spots. We have black hardware which does show up the settling renovation dust, so we try and dust and vacuum these areas as much as possible, again just to try and eradicate it. I'll give these recesses a wipe down and then change the hand towel for a fresh one. I bought this Aesop hand duo set when we had the toilet renovated, but they are pretty pricey, so once the Aesop product has gone, I then top up the bottle with a much more affordable hand soap, which we have in a huge refill that lasts ages. We keep our toilet roll stash behind one of these access panels in the wall, so I'll grab a few to top up the bathrooms in the house. In this bathroom, I keep 4 spares out in this little basket for easier access, so I'll make sure that that is fully stocked. The next room I move on to is our ensuite. In here I do the same as the downstairs toilet, using the antibacterial spray on the toilet and then the glass cleaner on both the mirror and the shower screens, inside and out. We do have a squeegee which is kept inside the shower, and we use this after every time we shower to reduce watermarks, but it still does need a proper clean every week. We have a bathroom spray which is, I think, a Sainsbury's own, and I use this on the tiles, the tray and the shower drain. Our sink in here is also marble, so again I go back to that Method marble and granite spray and a soft cloth to buff it up. I'll add fresh towels and a fresh shower mat, and I'll top up the spare toilet rolls, which I keep on the top shelf of the cabinet. Once finished with the toilets, I'll clean the window in our bedroom and the glass door into the ensuite and the one into Simon's wardrobe. Simon would have already vacuumed the skirting boards and our light shade, and he would have done the rug by hand. This rug is wool, so it sheds a lot when being vacuumed, and we find that a brush attachment with Harry does the job better than using a cordless. Now, as we don't have any other furniture in here, that's this room pretty much done until I make the bed later on and then vacuum the floor. Over into the lounge and open plan dining area. We don't really use the lounge much in summer because we prefer to be outdoors or sat by the bifolds with the breeze coming in. So this room just gets a very quick once over by Simon, with Harry doing all the surfaces and the rug in the same way as the previous rooms. And then when I come in here, I just wipe down the coffee table and any shelves. Admittedly, I don't clean the inside of the windows in here every single Sunday because they're huge and it takes ages. The blinds are up most of the time to protect the furniture from fading, so we can only see the top part of the windows anyway. I'll give the sofa a once over with the pet tool on that cordless vacuum again, as the dogs do often come and sit in here. Boris in particular loves to sit on this big sofa all on his own, so there would be a little bit of lingering dog hair. Onto the dining area, and again, this isn't used every single day, so not much needs to be done in here apart from the usual vacuum dusting, and then I'll wipe down the table and the chairs. The hallway is a quick and easy job, as Simon would have already been down there with Harry, so I'll wipe down the surfaces with the anti-bac spray. Now, down in the office, we've removed the desk as I needed a little bit more space for filming. So in there, I'll usually just clean the glass on the bifold doors and clean my large studio mirror. The shelving unit also gets a little once over, and again, Simon would have done the rug by hand with Harry and the brush attachment. We don't really do much upstairs aside from the same vacuuming and dusting because we mainly live downstairs and the upstairs has yet to be fully renovated. However, my wardrobe is up there, so Simon will do the rug and vacuum all my surfaces, and then when I head in there, I'll just give everything a wipe over with that anti-bac spray, along with putting away any laundry and just generally making sure that it looks tidy. Now, once all of the rooms are clean, Simon would then go along once he's finished with Harry, and he will pick up the new Shark cordless. He will then go and vacuum all of the floors. So all of this usually takes us about 2 hours, and then we have the rest of the day to do whatever, whether it be heading out with friends or just chilling at home. In this case, as I mentioned earlier, we were watching the tennis. Now that took up most of the afternoon, so once the match was over, I gave the mattress topper on our bed a spritz with some linen spray and then popped on a fresh fitted sheet. We do have a couple of fitted sheets, but we just have the one duvet cover and pillowcases. Those were now dry, so I could take them off the area outside and start to remake our bed. I always do the pillows first, making sure I've given them a bit of a fluff up, and then I'll pop the duvet cover back on. You'll probably notice that I haven't ironed any of our bedding, and that's because it's linen. So even if I did iron it, it would be creased the moment we got into bed. And I love that laid back vibe of linen where it has all the creases. It's just the nature of the fabric, and I like to keep it looking that way. We are currently using our summer duvet, which is really thin. So I'm quite thankful for the thick mattress topper because this plumps up the bed and doesn't leave it looking so flat. Now, some people might find it a bit odd to be making the bed at 8 p.m, but I really dislike getting into an unmade bed, especially when the bedding is fresh and clean. There's no better feeling than that. Right, there we go guys, that was a look into our usual Sunday cleaning routine. If you'd like to see more cleaning videos, then do let me know, as it is a passion of mine. And thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time.